Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host. The alarm just went off of the State of the Saints podcast. And I want to say thank you very much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Got some breaking news here. The New Orleans Saints have made a trade. The Saints have traded linebacker Kiko Alonso to the San Francisco 49ers in exchange for Kwon Alexander. This is a blockbuster trade for the New Orleans Saints. Kwon Alexander, I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the Who That Nation know exactly who this guy is. He's a fifth-round pick back in 2015 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coming out of LSU. So a lot of people that are fans of the LSU Tigers, your prayers have been answered. The Saints have finally got an LSU player. Okay, so now we can be quiet about the Saints not wanting to acquire LSU Tiger players. All right, but Kwon Alexander comes to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints give up Kiko Alonso and a conditional fifth-round pick. Kwon Alexander this season, he had 30 tackles, he had one sack and one forced fumble, and he's been dealing with an ankle injury over the past couple weeks. But all of us are familiar with Kwon Alexander for what he did with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We know this guy's a linebacker that can wreak havoc. He's a sideline to sideline linebacker, a guy that can make tackles, a guy that you can put out there in coverage. I really like this move by the New Orleans Saints because this answers a lot of questions and he will solve a lot of the problems that the Saints actually have. You got yourself a linebacker that not only is a short tackler, but he can guard the running backs as well as the tight ends. Kwon Alexander has played out for the San Francisco 49ers for the last couple of years. He got that big contract after he left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he had some injuries. I think he tore his pec one year. But this year, he was playing pretty solid. And the 49ers have been shopping him around since the offseason. And then you have Kiko Alonso, man, which he is a linebacker that I like. I like him a lot. I like his fire. I like his desire. I like his passion. He's a guy that's not afraid to stick his head in. But Kiko Alonso has had a history of being injured, man. He has had a hard time staying on the field. But when he is in a team's uniform, you definitely know he's out there. And so does Kwon Alexander. This guy can also help you when it comes to the pass rush. This guy can definitely get home. And I think the Saints can do things. They can do a lot of things with Kwon Alexander. Now, I still feel like this hasn't fixed all the issues involving the defense. I would like for the Saints to try to get maybe a safety or try to sign a cornerback or something like that. I know a lot of people won't be happy about this, but I wouldn't mind seeing them try to go get Eli Apple again. You know what I'm saying? Somebody they can probably put in a slot, somebody that probably can kind of hold it down in the slot. Eli Apple can't be no worse than some of the things that I've seen over the past couple of weeks. And also maybe they can see if they can get another safety. But it's good to see that the New Orleans Saints are trying to be aggressive. It's good to see that the Saints are trying to improve late in the season. We've seen the Saints actually try to make moves like this before the trade deadline for the last couple of years. At the beginning of the season of last year, they tried to make a trade. Well, they did make a trade for Kiko Alonso. We know that they tried to get Emmanuel Sanders before he ended up going to the 49ers, which he eventually came to the Saints. We know about Janoris Jackrabbit Jenkins. A couple years ago, we know about Eli Apple. So the Saints are no stranger to trying to make trades before the trade deadline in order for them to try to bring in some talent. Okay, now Janoris Jenkins got cut by the Giants and they brought him in. But nevertheless, the Saints are always aggressively trying to find the best players that can put them in a position to win. But Kwon Alexander, I can't wait for him to come to the New Orleans Saints. I'm pretty sure he'll be excited playing for the New Orleans Saints, him being about an hour and a half away from his alma mater of LSU. And it would be good to actually have a guy that can actually tackle outside of Demario Davis. And I think those guys can be a real huge 1-2 punch for the New Orleans Saints. Once again, this does not solve all the Saints' defensive problems, but it's a start. So I would love to hear from you. What do you think about the Saints trading for Kwon Alexander? What do you think about them giving away Kiko Alonso? Comment down below, like and share this video. This has been the State of the Saints podcast. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com, search The State of the Saints podcast, facebook.com, search The State of the Saints podcast, and previous episodes are available on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.com. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?